Daphne and Caruana Galizia, Novella, the 26th of August 1964, the 16th of October 2017, was a Maltese writer, blogger and anti-corruption activist, who reported on political events in Malta. In particular, she focused on investigative journalism, reporting on government corruption, nepotism, patronage, allegations of money laundering, links between Malta's online gambling industry and organized crime, Malta's citizenship investment scheme, and payments from the government of Azerbaijan. Caruana Galizia's national and international reputation was built on her regular reporting of misconduct by Maltese politicians and politically exposed persons. Caruana Galizia continued to publish articles for decades, despite intimidation and threats, libel suits and other lawsuits. She was arrested by the Malta police force on 2 occasions. Caruana Galizia's investigations were published via her personal blog Running Commentary, which she set up in 2008. She was a regular columnist with the Sunday Times of Malta and later the Malta Independent. Her blog consisted of investigative reporting and commentary, some of which was regarded as personal attacks on individuals, leading to a series of legal battles. In 2016 and 2017, she revealed controversially sensitive information and allegations relating to a number of Maltese politicians and the Panama Papers scandal. On the 16th of October 2017, Caruana Galizia was murdered close to her home when a car bomb was detonated inside her vehicle, attracting widespread local and international condemnation of the attack. In December 2017, 3 men were arrested in connection with the car bomb attack. Police arrested Jorgen Fennick, the owner of the Dubai-based company 17 Black, on his yacht on the 20th of November 2019 in connection with her murder. In April 2018, an international consortium of 45 journalists published The Daphne Project, a collaboration to complete her investigative work. The GUNGL Award for Journalists, Whistleblowers and Defenders of the Right to Information was established in 2018 in honor of Galizia. Early life and education. Daphne Novella was born on the 26th of August 1964 in Tower Road, Sliema. She was the eldest of 4 sisters born to the businessman Michael Alfred Vella and his wife Rosemarie Vella, née Memo. She was educated at St. Dorothy's Convent, Mdina, and St. Aloysius College, Birkirkara. She attended the University of Malta as a mature student and took a B.A. Hons in archaeology with a minor in anthropology in 1997, featuring on the Dean's List in 1996. Caruana Galizia was exposed to politics in her late teens, having been arrested when she was 18 years old following participation in anti-government protests. The policeman who arrested her, Angelo Farrugia, went on to become the Speaker of the Maltese Parliament. In 1985, she married the lawyer Peter Caruana Galizia, a grandson of John Caruana and a great-grandson of E.L. Galizia and A.A. Caruana. The couple had 3 sons, Matthew, Andrew and Paul. Matthew was a member of the International Consortium of Investigative Journalists. The family left Sliema in 1990, moving to Bidnija, a hamlet in the limits of Mostla. Career. Caruana Galizia was employed by the Sunday Times of Malta as a news reporter in 1987, becoming a regular columnist from 1990 to 1992 and again from 1993 to 1996. She was an associate editor of the Malta Independent in 1992, and remained a columnist with that newspaper and the Malta Independent on Sunday for the rest of her career. Additionally, she worked in media and public relations consultancies. Caruana Galizia was also the founding editor of Taste and Flair, monthly lifestyle magazines which were distributed along with the Malta Independent on Sunday. The publications were merged into a single magazine called Taste and Flair in July 2014, and Caruana Galizia remained the editor until her death. Taste and Flair is now published by the Daphne Caruana Galizia Foundation. In March 2008, she began a blog entitled Running Commentary, which included investigative reporting and commentary on current affairs and public figures. The blog was one of the most popular websites in Malta, regularly attracting over 400,000 views, more than the combined circulation of the country's newspapers. Caruana Galizia was intimidated for her work and opinions. The front door of her house was set on fire in 1996. The family dog had its throat slit and was laid across her doorstep. Years later, the neighbor's car was burned, possibly in a misdirected attack. There was a further incident in 2006, when the house was set on fire while the family was asleep inside. After Caruana Galizia started blogging, her terrier Zulu was poisoned and her collie Rufus was put down after being found shot. According to Matthew Caruana Galizia, threats were almost a daily occurrence. These took the form of phone calls, letters, notes pinned to the front door, text messages, emails, and comments on her blog. Caruana Galizia was arrested on the 8th of March 2013 for breaking the political silence on the day before the 2013 general election, after posting videos mocking Joseph Muscat. She was questioned by the police before being released after a few hours. In November 2010, after commenting about the conservation of the Villa Gardamangia, the early marriage home of Princess Elizabeth and Prince Philip of Great Britain, Caruana Galizia was described by the Daily Telegraph as the leading commentator in Malta. Other major stories and controversies centered around Panama Papers revelations, and allegations that Chris Cardona had visited a brothel during an official government visit to Germany in January 2017. In 2016, Caruana Galizia questioned how British millionaire Paul Golding acquired Palazzo Nascero in Noxar, and from mid-2017 Caruana Galizia became a harsh critic of the new nationalist opposition leader Adrian Delia, over claims that he had laundered money for a company involved in a prostitution ring in Soho. Panama Papers. On the 22nd of February 2016, Caruana Galizia's running commentary blog reported that Maltese government minister Conrad Mitzi had connections with Panama and New Zealand. This compelled the minister to reveal the existence of a New Zealand-registered trust 2 days later, which he claimed was set up to manage his family's assets. On the 25th of February, Caruana Galizia revealed that Prime Minister Joseph Muscat's Chief of Staff Keith Schembri owned a similar trust in New Zealand, which in turn held a Panama company. The April 2016 Panama Papers leak confirmed that Mitzi owned the Panama company Hernville Incorporated, and that Mitzi and Schembri had also started another company, Tilgate Incorporated. The companies were co-owned by the Orion Trust New Zealand Limited, the same trustees of Mitzi and Schembri's New Zealand Trusts, Rotorua and Haas respectively. As the first person to break news of Mitzi's and Schembri's involvement in Panama, she was subsequently named by Politico as one of 28 people who are shaping, shaking and stirring Europe. The publication described her as a one-woman WikiLeaks, crusading against untransparency and corruption in Malta. In 2017, she alleged that Igrant, another Panama company, was owned by Michelle Muscat, wife of Prime Minister Joseph Muscat. Muscat claimed that the allegations were the reason he called the June 2017 general elections almost a year early, a vote which saw his Labour Party return to power. Caruana Galizia pointed out that an early election had already been planned. The title of her last blog post before she was killed read, that crook Schembri was in court today, pleading that he is not a crook, ending with the line, "There are crooks everywhere you look now." The situation is desperate. On the 20th of November 2019, police arrested Jorgen Fennick, owner of the Dubai-based company 17 Black, on his yacht. This company had been featured in the journalist's investigative work on the Panama Papers in relation to Keith Schembri and Conrad Mitzi, who, along with cabinet member Chris Cardona, resigned their government posts on the 26th of November. Schembri was arrested, then released 2 days later, which brought many people into the streets through the weekend in the capital Valletta. From the 20th of November, crowds had begun calling on PM Joseph Muscat to resign. See 2019 Maltese protests after he said he might pardon the middlemen in the murder case. Libel and criminal defamation cases. In 2010, Caruana Galizia used her blog to criticize Magistrate Consuelo Seri Herrera, who, together with Herrera's live-in partner, Labor government consultant Robert Musuamechi, went on to file a criminal complaint with the police, forcing them to prosecute Caruana Galizia in the criminal courts. The case was withdrawn in November 2011. In May 2017, Pilatus Bank's owner and chairman, Ali Sadr Hashaminejad, sued Daphne Caruana Galizia in an Arizona court in his own name and in the name of Pilatus Bank. The case was for $40 million in damages. Caruana Galizia was never notified about it and it was withdrawn within hours of her death. Pilatus Bank had written to every single non-government aligned media outlet in Malta throughout the course of 2017 threatening to sue them, but had only gone through with the threat in Daphne Caruana Galizia's case as the other media outlets conceded to changes to their online content. One media outlet reported that threatening letters had been sent just 12 hours before Daphne Caruana Galizia was killed. In February 2017, a legal fund was crowdfunded to cover 4 precautionary warrants, freezing Caruana Galizia's assets to the tune of €50,000 for the maximum libel damages possible at law. These warrants had been instituted by the deputy leader of the Labour Party and Minister for the Economy, Chris Cardona, and his EU presidency policy officer, Joseph Gerada. At the time of her death, Daphne Caruana Galizia was facing 48 libel suits. Death. At around 3 p.m. on the 16th of October 2017, Caruana Galizia was driving close to her home in Bitnija when a car bomb placed in her leased Peugeot 108 exploded, killing her instantly. The blast occurred on Bitnija Road, and left the vehicle scattered in several pieces across nearby fields. Caruana Galizia was in the driver's seat at the time, though her bodily remains were found by her son Matthew, 80 meters away from the blast site. He wrote on Facebook, "I looked down and there were my mother's body parts all around me." This marked the 6th car bombing in Malta since the beginning of 2016, and the 4th fatality. Caruana Galizia's home had not been under police guard since 2010, except during elections. According to police sources, her protection was further weakened after the Labour Party was returned to power in 2013. The power to set up a public inquiry into whether the assassination of Daphne Caruana Galizia could have been prevented rested with then Maltese Prime Minister, Joseph Muscat. Muscat, however, did not immediately set up a public inquiry, and a formal request by Caruana Galizia's heirs was presented by letter to Malta's Prime Minister Muscat on the 9th of August 2018, based on the legal opinion of Doughty Street Chambers and Bat Murphy solicitors. Reactions. Her family criticized the Maltese authorities for doing nothing against a growing culture of impunity in Malta, saying that Joseph Muscat, Keith Schembri, Chris Cardona, Conrad Mitzi, Attorney General Peter Grech and a long list of police commissioners who took no action, were politically responsible for her death. Her family refused a request to publicly endorse a government reward of €1 million for information, despite pressure from the Prime Minister and President, and insisted that the Prime Minister ought to resign. One of Caruana Galizia's sisters stated that the President and the Prime Minister are downplaying the assassination and working to transform her into a martyr for their cause, indicating that calls for national unity were a sham, and that to call for unity is to abuse her legacy. There should never be unity with the criminal and the corrupt. The car bomb attack was condemned by Prime Minister Joseph Muscat, who stated that he will not rest before justice is done, despite her criticism of him. President Marie-Louise Goliero-Pereca, Archbishop Charles Cicluna and a number of politicians also expressed their condolences or condemned the car bomb attack. Opposition leader Adrian Delia called her death the collapse of democracy and freedom of expression, and stated that the country's institutions have let us down. Fellow blogger Manuel Delia, a former Nationalist Party official, called her the only ethical voice left. She was the only one talking about right and wrong. The President of the European Commission, Jean-Claude Juncker, and the European Commission condemned the attack in the strongest terms possible. The President of the European Parliament, Antonio Tajani, called the incident a tragic example of a journalist who sacrificed her life to seek out the truth. Gerard Rial, director of the International Consortium of Investigative Journalists, stated that the organization is shocked by Caruana Galizia's assassination and is deeply concerned about freedom of the press in Malta. A plenary session of the European Parliament was held on the 24th of October, with MEPs observing a minute's silence. Several members of Caruana Galizia's family attended the session at the Hemicycle in Strasbourg. The press room at the European Parliament building was renamed in her honor. A debate on freedom of the press and the protection of journalists in Malta also took place. Following this visit and the following debate, a delegation is to be sent by the European Parliament to investigate the rule of law, high-level cases of money laundering, and corruption in Malta. Pope Francis sent a letter of condolence, saying he was praying for the journalist family and the Maltese people. The car bombing was reported in both local and international media. Caruana Galizia's name began trending worldwide on Twitter, and a number of Maltese expressed their mourning by blacking out their Facebook profile pictures. The hashtag number Je suis Daphne, echoing the term Je suis Charlie, trended locally. The Malta Independent wrote that, for many people, looking up her blog was the first thing they did each day, and the last thing too. Now there is just emptiness. A silence that speaks volumes. Both the daily and the weekly version of her column were published as blank pages in the days following her death. Thousands of people attended a vigil in Caruana Galizia's hometown Slima on the night of the 16th of October. Another vigil was held at the Malta High Commission in London. WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange announced that he would pay a €20,000 reward for information leading to the conviction of Caruana Galizia's killers. A crowdfunding campaign was initiated with the aim of raising €1 million to be given as a reward for information that leads to the successful prosecution of the assassin and the person or persons who ordered the assassination. This was followed by a further state-sanctioned reward of €1 million. Students, alumni, teachers, parents and members of the San Anton community held a peaceful vigil from City Gate to the Great Siege Monument in Valletta, in support of the Caruana Galizia family. The three Caruana Galizia siblings were all students of San Anton School. On the 22nd of October 2017, the Civil Society Network organized a protest demanding justice in Valletta. Thousands of protesters demanded justice in the aftermath of the car bomb attack, and called for the immediate resignation of the police commissioner and the attorney general. A number of protesters who took part in the rally also went on to the police headquarters in Floriana to call for the police commissioner's resignation. After staging a sit-in protest in front of the main door, a banner with a photo of Police Chief Lawrence Cottager accompanied with the words "No change, no justice, Irizenja, resign," was placed on the headquarters gate. On the 17th of April 2018, a consortium of 45 journalists from 18 news organizations, including The Guardian, The New York Times, Le Monde and The Times of Malta, published the Daphne Project, a collaborative effort to complete Caruana Galizia's investigative work. After her death, crowds gathered in front of the law courts to mourn and express solidarity with the Caruana Galizia family and to demand justice. The Great Siege Monument became a focal point for protests and calls for justice, with tributes, memorials and vigils held there frequently. The choice of this monument as a protest site, though strategically located opposite the law courts, was spontaneous, a follow-up to the flowers which were first placed there by San Anton school pupils. The GUNGL Award for Journalists, Whistleblowers and Defenders of the Right to Information was named in honor of Caruana Galizia in 2018 and again in 2019. It is sponsored by the Confederal Group of the European United Left Nordic Green Left, members of which are left-wing members of the European Parliament. The award is dedicated to individuals or groups who have been intimidated and/or persecuted for uncovering the truth and exposing it to the public. European Parliament. The European Parliament held a minute's silence in honor of Caruana Galizia. The media room of the European Parliament in Strasbourg was named in her memory in November 2017. A portrait of her by Marie-Louise Cole now hangs outside the press room. Investigation into the circumstances of the car bomb attack. Forensic teams and police investigators arrived at the crime scene soon after the explosion. The head of the magisterial inquiry was initially to be Magistrate Consuelo Seri Herrera, who had previously had the police prosecute Caruana Galizia for criminal libel in 2010-11. Caruana Galizia's family successfully challenged Seri Herrera's role in the investigation, citing a conflict of interest. Seri Herrera recused herself from the investigation 17 hours later and was replaced by Magistrate Anthony Vella, who was removed from the inquiry when he was appointed judge. Joseph Muscat stated that the United States Federal Bureau of Investigation was asked to help the police in investigating the car bomb attack. A police forensic investigation team from the Netherlands also arrived to assist. The investigators were also joined by 3 Europol officials. The non-Maltese teams provided technical support. On the 4th of December 2017, Joseph Muscat announced that 10 individuals had been arrested in connection to the investigation, 3 of whom were later charged with executing the car bomb attack. The suspects were identified as George de Giorgio, his brother Alfred de Giorgio, and their friend Vince Muscat. As of June 2019, none of the 3 suspects had been brought to trial and none of the intermediaries and mandators had been identified. Prominent Maltese businessman Jürgen Fenech was arrested on the 20th of November 2019 in connection with the Caruana Galizia bomb attack. Chief of Staff Keith Schembri resigned his government post on the 26th of November 2019 and was subsequently arrested by the police for questioning. It was later announced that Fenech would not be granted immunity to reveal what he knew about the case. Numerous mass protests were held calling for Muscati's resignation, in part over his purported association with Caruana Galizia's murder. Muscati announced on the 1st of December 2019 that he would resign in relation to the political crisis, saying that he would remain in office until a new Labour Party leader was elected in January, and formally resign as Prime Minister a few days after the 12th of January 2020. Funeral. Caruana Galizia's remains were released for burial on the 27th of October 2017, and a public funeral was held on the 3rd of November 2017 at the Rotunda of Mostla. Thousands of mourners attended the funeral. The day was observed as a national day of mourning in Malta. The funeral mass was conducted by Charles Cicluna, Archbishop of Malta, who in his homily told journalists, "Never to grow weary in your mission to be the eyes, the ears, and the mouth of the people." President Marie-Louise Cole and Prime Minister Joseph Muscat did not attend the funeral, saying that Caruana Galizia's family made it clear that they, Recca and Muscat, were not welcome. The leader of the opposition, Adrian Delia, was conspicuous by his absence. Among the people at the funeral were several high officials: Silvio Camilleri, Chief Justice of Malta; Antonio Tajani, President of the European Parliament; Harlem Desir, OSCE Representative on Freedom of the Media; Eddie Fenech Adame, former President of Malta and former leader of the Nationalist Party; Lawrence Gonzi, former Prime Minister of Malta and former leader of the Nationalist Party; and Simon Busuttil, former leader of the Nationalist Party. Posthumous awards and honors. Sal Daphne Caruana Galizia. Press room dedication, November 2017, European Parliament Building, Strasbourg, France. Premio Leali del Notizzi, award dedicated to Daphne Caruana Galizia, the 9th of November 2017. Ranci dei Legionari, Italy. Holm Award, awarded the 1st of December 2017. Reporter Prize, awarded the 1st of December 2017. Reporter Forum, Berlin, Germany. Bugazzo d'Argento, awarded the 1st of December 2017, Tuscan Regional Council, Italy Premio Giornalisti, awarded the 14th of December 2017, Tuscan Journalist Association, Italy Person of the Year, the 2nd of December 2017, La Repubblica, Italy Nothing But the Truth, awarded the 5th of January 2018, Giuseppe Fava Foundation, Catania, Italy Tully Award for Free Speech, awarded the 3rd of April 2018, Tully Center for Free Speech, Newhouse School, Syracuse University, USA Civitas Award, awarded the 12th of April 2018, Associazione Nazionale Donne Elettrici, ANDE, Nocera, Italy The Astor Award, awarded the 16th of April 2018, Commonwealth Press Union Media Trust, London, UK Anna Politkovskaya Award, awarded the 23rd of April 2018, Swedish National Press Club, Stockholm, Sweden Libera Ragusa Presidio dedicated to the memory of Daphne Caruana Galizia on the 30th of April 2018 Premio Mario Francis, awarded the 2nd of May 2018, Sicilian Order of Journalists, Palermo, Italy Difference Day honorary title, awarded the 5th of May 2018, Brussels University Alliance, Brussels, Belgium Conscience and Media Award, awarded the 18th of May 2018, American Society of Journalists and Authors, New York City Contribution to Society Award, awarded the 23rd of May 2018, European Leadership Awards, Brussels, Belgium Award for Journalists, Whistleblowers and Defenders of the Right to Information, 2018 award dedicated to Daphne Caruana Galizia, GUNGL, Strasbourg, France PEC 2018, awarded the 4th of June 2018, Press Emblem Campaign, Geneva, Switzerland Museum Memorial, rededicated the 4th of June 2018, Museum, Washington, D.C., USA Premio Luca Coletti, awarded the 15th of June 2018, Rome, Italy 1205th Annual Award, awarded the 21st of July 2018, Maltese Community Council of Victoria, Australia Commemoration, the 4th of October 2018, The Miss and Metis, Camera dei Deputati, Rome, Italy War Reporters Memorial Commemoration, the 11th of October 2018, Reporters Without Borders, IU, France Anti-Corruption Award, the 21st of October 2018, Transparency International, Premio Europeo Giornalismo Giudiziario e Investigativo, awarded the 28th of October 2018, Tormenta, Italy Martin Adler Prize, awarded the 1st of November 2018, Rory Pack Trust, London, UK Golden Victoria for Press Freedom, the 5th of November 2018, German Free Press and VDZ, Berlin, Germany, Guardian Award, the 6th of May 2020, Association of Certified Fraud Examiners, Austin, Texas, USA. Selected Literature De Bono, Joseph E. Muscat, Caroline, eds. 2017. Invita, The Life and Work of Daphne Caruana Galizia. Pertinent Press. ISBN 9781912142132. Archived from the original on the 10th of July 2018. Retrieved the 12th of January 2018. Bonini, Carlo, Delia, Manuel, Sweeney, John, the 14th of October 2019. Murder on the Malta Express. Who killed Daphne Caruana Galizia? Malta, Mid-Sea Press. See also: List of journalists killed in Europe. List of unsolved murders. Jen Kuciak. References. External links. Media related to Daphne Caruana Galizia at Wikimedia Commons. Caruana Galizia's running commentary blog. The Daphne Project.